Chuck Negron's last interview exposed the untold drama that ended Three Dog Night, emotional. In the wake of Chuck Negron's passing on February 2, 2026, at age 83 from complications of heart failure and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, fans and music historians have turned to his words for closure. Negron, the soaring tenor who defined Three Dog Night's golden era with leads on timeless hits like Joy to the World, One, an old-fashioned love song, and The Show Must Go On, spent decades reflecting on the band's explosive success and heartbreaking implosion. While no single last interview from late 2025 or early 2026 has surfaced as a bombshell revelation, his health had declined significantly, limiting public appearances. His most candid, revealing discussions about the untold drama come from key interviews in the 2020s, including a 2022 Forbes conversation where he finally addressed the band's split with raw honesty. These moments, resurfacing now in tribute videos and retrospectives, expose the emotional undercurrents of ego, addiction, competition, and reconciliation that tore apart one of the 1970s biggest acts. Three Dog Night formed in 1967 when Danny Hutton brought together Negron and Corey Wells, three strong-voiced solo artists who decided to share leads rather than compete as frontmen. The formula worked magic. Between 1969 and 1974, they scored 21 top 40 hits, sold over 20 million records, and became arena-filling giants. Negron's voice, powerful, emotive, and instantly recognizable, carried many of their biggest smashes. One, a Harry Nilsson cover, gave the band its first million seller in 1969, while Joy to the World, written by Hoyt Axton, topped charts in 1971 with Negron's iconic scream, Jeremiah was a bullfrog. The band thrived on harmony and versatility, but beneath the joy lay tension. In his 2022 Forbes interview, Negron debunked myths of constant bickering, saying the split wasn't over fighting, like with many bands. Instead, it stemmed from competitive tension among three former solo artists, compounded by escalating drug use. We did argue about songs, but we never really got into it until the drugs, he explained. People getting frustrated because the work wasn't getting done. Hutton stopped showing up at sessions. Bassist Joe Skirmy was fired over substance issues. Negron admitted he was still functioning longer than others, delivering the band's final top 10 hit, The Show Must Go On, in 1975. The last show at the Greek Theatre around 1976 featured only Negron, Wells, and keyboardist Jimmy Greenspoon. One physical altercation stood out. Corey Wells punched Hutton in the nose after Hutton struck first. Negron, unaware of the context, confronted Wells, highlighting how drugs distorted relationships. By the mid-1970s, exhaustion from relentless touring and overexposure set in. Negron later reflected on playing the same cities too frequently, wondering if fans would return. The pressure cooker of fame, combined with personal demons, led to the 1976 breakup. Negron's own battle with addiction became the band's darkest chapter, and his most personal drama. In his autobiography Three Dog Nightmare, first published in 1999, with updated editions, he detailed spiraling into heroin addiction post-split. By 1977, he was isolated, broke, and abandoned. The 1981 reunion brought temporary hope, but his struggles persisted. He was fired from the band in 1985 after failing to overcome dependency. I really dedicated my life to drugs, he wrote candidly. Rock bottom came in the early 1990s, homeless in south-central Los Angeles, spending nights in abandoned buildings. Yet his voice endured, a haunting reminder of talent amid ruin. Recovery arrived in September 1991. Negron rebuilt his life, touring solo, releasing albums like Negron Generations, and sharing his story to help others. He married Ami Albia in 2020, finding stability in his later years. His openness about addiction in interviews, like a 2018 Rockseller magazine Q&A on the opioid crisis, showed growth from the chaos he once embodied. The most emotional, untold layer emerged months before his death. After 40 years of estrangement, Danny Hutton reconnected with Negron in 2025. Negron's wife Ami informed Hutton of his declining health. Hutton visited, marking a bittersweet reunion. In a heartfelt Instagram post after Negron's passing, Hutton wrote, "When Chuck left the band 40 years ago, we rarely spoke and lost touch for much of that time. 5 months ago, his wife, Ami, called to tell me he was very sick, and I decided I should go see him. This private reconciliation, amid Negron's failing health, added profound closure to decades of distance. No grand public band reunion occurred, but the personal mending spoke volumes. Negron's reflections exposed how success masked fragility. The drama wasn't tabloid feuds but human flaws, competition among gifted vocalists, the destructive grip of drugs, burnout from non-stop hits, and the slow erosion of brotherhood. Yet redemption shone through. In later years, he emphasized perseverance, never giving up, persevering through everything life throws at you, everything you may throw at yourself. Fans now revisit these stories with fresh emotion. Tribute videos compile clips of his powerful performances alongside interview excerpts, revealing a man who screamed joy into the world while privately wrestling demons. His voice on Joy to the World still evokes nostalgia, but his honesty about the end reveals deeper truth. Even legends face quiet battles. Negron's legacy endures not just in the music, but in the resilience he modeled. From arena anthems to rock bottom and back, his story reminds us that the show must go on, even when the lights dim. In his final months, surrounded by family and reconciled with old friends, Chuck Negron found peace. The bullfrog's joy echoes eternally, a testament to a voice that refused to fade.